comes from.
Oh, my meme knowledge comes from me going online to like those. What's it? What the meme? I think is the
Know your meme.
Know your meme.
Know
your meme.
We are live, by the way. Live.
As we should be.
As we should be. But we're doing important talks right now about insane clown posse.
About memes.
Yeah. Anyway, this is Geeks for Kids. We're back and we're chatting about the Nintendo 2 Switch KillSwitch case. Yeah, we're reviewing it because we talked about it a couple weeks ago. And joining us are...
And we all just got up, so we're all in kind of a half fugue state right now.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I've been up for hours.
You didn't even go to bed last night.
I didn't even sleep. I'm a parent. That's what. Joining us is Craig and Cho. So, hi, Craig and Cho. Morning.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. So switchy times. There's a lot of controversy around this dbrand case, but it's the case that me and Cho's got, so we're gonna chat about it. And Craig, did you end up getting a case?
I got the Tom Talk case. So when I got my Switch 1, I did a quick search for like best simple cases, and the Tom Talk case came up. It's not a full travel case, so it'll just fit the Switch, and the original one will do 10 game cards. So it doesn't fit the dock or the AC adapter or anything, but it's super compact. It was cheap. I was happy with it. So I looked for the Switch 2 equivalent. It was also cheap, but now it fits 12 game cards instead of 10. So that's good. Bonus. They also include...
You're all digital.
I am, but a bunch of Switch 1 games I bought physically, either because they were on sale or... licensed stuff I will buy physically. So the most recent, the Marvel Capcom Fighting Collection, I bought physically because that's licensed with Marvel. So there's always a chance that at some point that'll get delisted. The Mario 3D All-Stars, that like limited sale Mario collection, I bought physically as well. And other stuff like I have Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door out from the library right now, and I really like it, and I want to finish it, but it's not on sale. So if I find a cheap copy on like Facebook Marketplace, I'll buy it physically.
That's fair.
So yeah, I'm happy with it. Yeah, I'm happy with the Tom Talk case. So I'd recommend it if you want.
Bring it to show the people. Damn. It's fine.
I can once you boys start talking, I can run downstairs and grab it.
Well, you might as well tell you're the latest of us that got the Switch 2. What do you think of it? I feel like you're the biggest Nintendo player out of us three. That's fair to say.
I mean, right? I'm exclusively Nintendo.
Them be fighting words. I don't know.
Yeah, you are.
Well, that's like I'm exclusively.
That's true. That's all you play. That's all you play.
Yeah, that's all I got time for. Yeah, I was not going to get a Switch 2, and then I saw the Bonanza gameplay direct and was like, okay, you got me. And I financed it by selling a HasLab Transformer and a Sega Saturn game.
Which Sega Saturn game, out of curiosity?
Street Fighter 03, which was a Japanese import. I got in the Wild West online ordering days of 1998 or 1999, where you sent a money order to some website in America and hoped you got your product back.
Back in the day.
Online pre-2000s online ordering. It was a fun time.
I never ordered anything online until like the mid 2000s. I feel like eBay was the first thing I ordered something off of, and even then that was sketchy.
There were there was like Buy Right Video Games and NCSX, I believe, were two importy game web. Not NCIX, NCSX. They were imported game websites that I ordered from a bunch in the early 2000s.
geocities.com/imported games.
Oh, that was my website. Oh, thanks.
Such hacked games.
It was called Hacksaws. Hacksaws, right?
Hacksaws, lots of wares.
Lots of those scrolling banners, right? Every couple lines there's a scrolling banner that says where's
sign your guest book. No, I've been impressed with the Switch 2 so far. The build, like I think it's I'll echo a lot of the main talking points that everyone's probably seen online. The build quality does feel substantially better than Switch 1. It feels like a much more premium product. It's still wobbly in the dock, but it's just on a single USB connection, so that's to be expected. I still haven't played Mario Kart yet because I've been playing Thousand Year Door, which is funny.
Crazy bastard.
Paper Mario goes back to the library today, so I'll play Mario Kart until Donkey Kong comes out.
Then we can test out the chat function finally.
Yeah.
I just
hook up your Logitech camera.
I just hope it doesn't have our icon at the bottom the whole time. You know how they showed it and they had like the Mii's? I was like, I don't want that. I just want to hear your voices. I know what you sound like. I know who you are. I don't need to see the icon going.
Well, it's because Nintendo finally discovered voice chat, like 20 or 30 years after everybody else.
Well, I imagine if
voice chat for the first time.
They fixed it. They fixed it for everybody. I get it. Yeah.
I imagine if you don't have a Mii on your system, it'll just show your username with your camera off.
Time to delete my Mii. That's a lie. I'm never going to delete my Mii. My Mii's been with me since 2008? No, 7?
I still feel like I have your Mii. Your Mii is like living on my Wiimote, I think still.
Damn straight. It should be living everywhere. My Wiimote looks just like 27-year-old me. Anyway, let's go talk about the KillSwitch, which is this.
Yeah, do it to it.
dbrand. I have the travel case on. Shows has just the actual case. You didn't put up. Oh no, Craig is gone, and he has.
We have lost Craig.
Hold on. Let me turn on thingy. How do I show non? There you go. No, he's on the wrong side now. He will. How do I can't reorganize this. But anyway, the internet will figure it out. I'm just in a different spot now. Why did he turn off his camera? What was I saying?
He went to go search. He went to go search for his Tom. I could have looked
at his background for a while. Anyway, now I'm Craig. You're Eric, and no, he's back. He's back. He's returned us.
Are we who we're supposed to be?
Yeah. You did put on your skin. I know you didn't like it, but I put my skin on, and I have the white skin, which is actually a glow in the dark skin. And I thought I'd charged my UV flashlight, but I did not. And you'll notice that the case is a little bit thicker, not much thicker, but it also has a nice little kickstand, which feels way more.
Did you put the adhesive on the kickstand? I did.
I did as well.
Yeah.
So it feels like it's
the extra.
Fully
you want it to be flushed on the back. There have been people posting online like the kickstand having all the paint like peeled off. Like,
how are these people doing these things?
I don't know. They put this kickstand sticker on and then they like, I don't know, tear it off over and over again until they damage the paint. I can't figure out how they're doing it.
You'll notice that the Joy-Cons have this little bottom grip here. The siding is really nice. We also got these little thumbsticks with it. Thumbstick.
See, Craig, don't you wish you had this ergonomic hand grip there on your Joy-Con?
I will say that playing this like with
that is a beast.
With this thing with the little grips it's quite nice. Like it feels really nice. Ooh, switching to.
I've also not used mouse mode yet.
Don't worry, you never will. You never will until you get Metroid Prime, because that'll be one of the things. The case is pretty nice. It has this frosted glass look. It's fairly heavy duty. It feels better than the Switch 2 cover. I don't know what you think about that. Shows, because you also have the Switch.
Oh, do you mean the Steam Deck cover?
The Steam Deck cover. Sorry.
Yeah, it does. The Steam Deck cover reminds me of the Batmobile. Do you remember the Batmobile when it would go
89 Batmobile? Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
it scares me when I put it on and take it off because it's just like, is it gonna snap into place properly?
You hear but that's staying on. That's not going anywhere. But the The frosted glass is nice. Like anything where you can take this and just toss it into a bag. Like after putting enough covering on it that you can just toss it into a backpack with a bunch of other things and not worry about it.
Yeah. And then it has a 10 game holder, which goes into this thing magnetically. It's nice. I just popped.
Okay, so today I learned.
Yeah.
I did not know that came out.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really funny. It's so much easier. The frosted look does mean I can't see what my games are. You're just like, well, it looks like how I look at games when I don't have my glasses on.
It's generic. It's generic games, and it's to show people that you own games, but they just don't need to know which ones they are.
True. And then it connects with this little rubber bandy thing.
I love this part. I love that rubber band part.
It's nice and secure, and it covers the buttons on the back if you're worried about that. And it's nice. I think it's solid. I think it works well.
It's not cheap.
It's
not cheap. It's expensive, and you're paying for a certain level of quality. And I think that's where some of this controversy has come from.
What controversy?
Because the controversy where everybody and their brother seems to be angry with dbrand right now.
To be fair, I was angry at dbrand as well because this also comes with a dock adapter because obviously this is thicker, so it won't fit into the dock.
So the dock adapter goes in and the Switch 2 sits on the front and kind of lays back a little bit.
And you're probably wondering why we're not showing this right now. It's because I have it in my dock and I'm worried that if I take it out, it will deconnect and never connect again. It took me at least 15 to 30 minutes just to get it in there and get it so that I got video signal onto my TV. Like it was so frustrating that I went to the internet and I was like, is anyone else having this issue? And they're like, yeah, you have to wait.
Pretty much everybody else is having the issue with that. Yeah.
Have they?
I have the same issue.
Have they mentioned anything other than them sending us stickers? That's the last thing I saw. Is that they're gonna?
They posted a video on how to properly insert your Switch 2 into that dock adapter so that it actually works, and it shows you having to take the little USB-C plug that can swivel and swivel it forward prior to placing it in and then pushing it back.
And you have to make sure that it clicks when you put it in.
But that's part of dbrand's controversy is that they're claiming that a lot of this is a human error.
Yeah.
A user error, right? That people are not using the product properly, and that's why it's not working properly. And there are a lot of videos out there of people taking their Switch 2 and basically holding it by one of the magnetic Joy-Cons, which already, like I'm just holding it and already it feels like, why would I put this much pressure on a single Joy-Con? And people are claiming, well, if you're a child, you might just pick it up by one side or something. And I get the magnet's strong, but then they're taking it and they're like shaking it until it falls out. And it turned into first dbrand sending a message out to everyone saying, well, you're just not using it right. You should be holding it with two hands and everything will work properly. To a second message saying, I'm sorry, we can't claim that it's user error because when you buy a product, you should be able to use it any way you want. That's why I keep my laptop in the dishwasher because I can use it any way I want. And if I need to keep my laptop clean, that's how I'm going to do it. Nobody's going to stop me. But then I'm going to be mad when it breaks.
Yeah. To be fair,
right?
what's happening is that there's a little bit of a lip on this grip.
Yeah.
And that is causing the magnet not to fully get stuck in there. You know that super grippiness that you get when you don't have this thing on? Like it that's what's causing it, is that small little minuscule
it's a little bit
of plastic.
It's a little bit of physics too. And they show in the and everybody's favorite tech demo that Nintendo wants us to buy. Craig, did you buy the tech demo, that $10 welcome to the Switch 2 thing?
I think it's 14 for
it's 15.
14?
I'm a sucker and I did.
Did you?
Okay, so then you know,
I was like, sure, why
more
not?
than we do. You know more than we do. But they in the video, they talk about how there is actually a gap. And the reason the gap is there is so that you don't have the is that you don't have like this sort of lever that allows the magnet to pop out. With that gap in place, it keeps the magnet in stronger. And Nintendo purposely put this micro gap in there. And then when you put the kill switch on and you have the little a lip of plastic underneath, in some cases, it's closing that gap. And so because of that, it is causing the magnetic connection to not be as strong for some people, I guess. Now, I don't have an issue. It's working for me.
I have not dropped this yet, and I have held it from one side. But it also makes me shit myself a little bit when I do that, because I don't even hold my Steam Deck like that, right? Like,
yeah, what? Like we're in Canada, so this is a $700 system.
Yeah.
And in the States, it's what, $450 or something like that for the system in US dollars.
I definitely carry it like I'm holding the Holy Grail. Oh, yeah, this is expensive. This could have been a child's university. No, it wouldn't.
Or at least two textbooks.
One textbook by the time our kids are in university, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly I don't understand. I understand the dock issues. Like that is none of that is our issue. Like we should be able to just put it in. Put the dock into the dock, and then just get it to work. So having to,
as far as I know, they haven't talked about the dock at all. Have they really addressed Yeah.
So the latest I saw is that the dock adapter, there's a gap between the USB in the official one and the adapter. So they're gonna send us these stickers or padding to make sure that it connects properly. So some people's issues is that it's not fully going into the dock. It also if you try to pull it out with one hand, it will bring the dock adapter with it. Oh, I hold the dock down.
Right, you gotta hold that down and pop that out,
which is very fucking annoying. And I don't know what the stickers are gonna fully do. Like, is it gonna keep it in there? I don't want to have something like keep it in there.
It's just double-sided tape to hold your dock down.
That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like, because that's what it is on the inside here, right? Like to keep the kickstand, that's a double-sided piece of tape to keep the thing on. And I always worry about those things, because what if I don't want to use it anymore or something like that, and I don't want it. I don't want a sticky residue. That's really.
So I tried taking my kill switch off of my Steam Deck. I was like, I'm going to try, going au naturel with the Steam Deck. And I couldn't do it. I had to put the kill switch back on because I got so used to the padding, the material that they make the kill switch out of, that when I held the Steam Deck without it, it felt like it was going to fall out of my hands. It felt too slippery. It didn't have that comfortable grip. So I put the kill switch back on. I almost feel like that's what's going to happen with my Switch 2, that I'm going to just get so used to the material that's on this case that I'm just going to keep this on for the life of the product.
That's my plan, to be honest. What about you, Craig? Did you end up getting your Tom Talk thing over here? I want to see what it looks like.
Looks like this.
That's a carrying case. It's just a nice solid carrying case. Yeah.
It was like $40 on sale, I think, from Best Buy or Amazon. I think I got it from Amazon. So there's game cards all on the flap here. Oops, I got a bit of blur going on. That's cool. So, and then there's this is nice and felt, because this is going to sit right against the screen.
That's fair.
On the Switch 2 here. But yeah, pretty simple carrying case.
Hey, is your Switch 2 felt? Would you like it to be?
Would you?
I didn't get it.
The dad jokes are out. I'm trying to think.
Dad.
What else? Like
one.
Yeah. Go for it.
Oh, one other interesting thing they include, which I don't know if this would be helpful ever, but they include like game cards that are for your name and contact information. In the event that anyone, like, you leave it somewhere and someone finds it, I would think someone would just steal it.
Yep.
But if you get a good Samaritan and they want to return it to its rightful owner, they can have your contact info right there.
So
that's pretty cool.
But there are some people. My daughter found it first at our local mall, like food court. She's like, we have to return this, and I was like, I raised you somewhat right. Good job.
Aww. That's really good.
So that was nice.
So she aligns good, not evil.
chaotic good, at least, right?
Yeah.
At least. She took it, but she set it on fire. That she returned it. No. So I know the last time we reviewed the Switch 2, I talked about not using it handheld mode, right? Most of the time, I've now just been using a handheld mode just because of this thing. And I gotta say, like, the grips feel nice. I like it. I think
it makes it feel more comfortable for extended play sessions in handheld mode. Yeah, for sure.
And then sometimes when I'm podcasting, I'm just playing Mario Kart down here. No one can see. No one can look at the reflection, right? No.
Like right
when
now.
we did our original review, did I talk about the issue that I have with Nintendo's updating policy?
No.
On games. Okay, so one of the games that I'm really into right now is No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
And it's a game that's been out for 9 years or something. It came out in like
1,000 years. It was on the PS3.
The mid-aughts, and the mid 2010s. I think on the mid 2010s, and they're constantly updating this game. So I think I have it on PS5, I have it on PC, and then I picked it up on sale for the Nintendo Switch 2. And it's got cross save and cross play, so that you can play with friends on other platforms and stuff. The problem is whenever Hello Games puts out an update, it'll be available for PS5, Xbox, PC, and you just hear crickets when it comes to the Nintendo. So already the Nintendo Switch is 2 patches behind everybody else for that particular game, which effectively broke the crossplay and it broke the cross save. So Hello Games just says this Nintendo's policy. They take forever to approve game updates. And so games that push out with regular updates, people on forums are saying it's often 2-3 weeks behind and multiple patches behind. So I find that kind of frustrating. I've actually stopped playing the game on here because I want to keep up with my save, which is not even compatible to this anymore. If I played it on my PS5, it's now 2 patches ahead. I try to load it on this, it says incompatible version. So it's kind of a pain in the butt, but I heard that's a Nintendo thing.
I remember Sony also having to approve all of their updates and it taking a long time. And there was a big issue with that in, I think, the PS4 era. So Nintendo just, they just invented voice chat. So they're gonna invent their update policy pretty soon. Yeah, I don't know. That sucks. But I mean,
it's just a minor gripe. Like, it doesn't affect how cool this system is. Like, I still can play Mario Kart on it, and I can play all my Switch 1 games, and most of them run really, really nice and quick on this, which is really cool. You know what game runs really good? Craig, I know you're a fan of Age of Calamity.
Yes, Age of Calamity, I've heard, is now smooth 30 frames per second.
So it is a smooth 30 frames, but the predecessor to Age of Calamity, Hyrule Warriors, the original Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, yes.
It runs 60 frames a second at 1080p in the handheld mode. And it was apparently because when they created the game, the creators of the game put it out at that resolution, and the Switch 1 couldn't handle it. So the Switch 1 got all choppy while playing that game. It is smooth as butter on this. Hyrule Warriors. It's running 60 frames. It's beautiful.
Does this game ever go on sale? I keep on looking for these too, and they never go on sale.
The best sale you're going to get out of a Nintendo game is usually like, 20% off or something, maybe $50, $55.
I haven't even seen it that. I haven't played either of them, so I want to.
And if they put out an update for Age of Calamity, like for a 60 frames update, that'd be awesome, because that game's really good too.
There it is. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, $79.99. God damn it.
I'm sure I got it cheaper than that, so I think it must have been on sale at some point.
Age of Calamity was last on sale in June of last year.
What are you looking
digitally at least? Deku deals.
Deku.
DEKU deals.
I know how to spell Deku. I'm a Zelda person.
Just making sure.
God damn. All right. Yeah, Deku deals. Have you played Sea of Stars? That game is amazing too. Although
it's so good. I have not. So good.
Do I need to get it
highly recommended.
Do I need to get it on the Switch too as well? Nah.
There's new DLC for that game.
Is there? Damn it! Now I'm gonna have to replay it. Now we're just looking up deals. Let me think. Any other problems you think you can see coming with this? The only thing is, the skins feel.
Did you want to mention
premium.
that they are sending out new Joy-Con covers?
I think I mentioned that at the beginning. Joy-Con covers are coming without the added lip, I guess, or an updated version.
I think they said they're going to fix the tolerance on the manufacturing on this lip.
Yeah,
because I think the people that have no issue, which I think would be us, is that if the lip itself is thin enough that it doesn't affect the ability for the magnet to work. But I guess some people were getting ones that were sort of outside of their manufacturing limits, so they were a little bit thicker and they were causing some issue. But I guess everybody that bought one of these is getting new Joy-Con covers regardless.
Originally, they were going to say they were just going to have you guys contact dbrand and they'd send it out to you, but now they're just going to send it to everyone, which is sort of like what they did with the magnets of the KillSwitch for the Steam Deck. They were also all getting the stickers, and there's nothing else that I can see quality wise. Like the skins are super nice. Like like they're flush and they feel really nice.
They only give you with the KillSwitch, they only give you the skin for the front covers.
Yeah, which makes sense. Why would you?
I ended up getting the one with the blue and kind of orangish red because I wanted it to look. I thought if I decide to go skin, I'll make it look like the original Switch. But I don't really care much for the skin, so I just left it.
Mine looks neat. Look how neat that looks.
Yours glows.
This is
in editing. Can you throw in that picture of yours glowing?
Yeah. Well, I had it glowing for a little second. Hold on. There it is. The issue with the
raise it up a little bit and into the camera. I don't see it. Ooh,
not glowing.
Very nice.
The issue with that is that because this is the glow in the dark one, the black parts of this are raised. So that's the only very little issue I have with it, but I don't really rest my fingers on it. And I can see how some people might find that annoying. It's also very hard to find the minus button on there because it's part of the circuitry, which I think is hilarious.
I'm pressing it. It's not working.
I'm pretty sure it's there. I don't know. Final verdict on the KillSwitch.
I like it. I think it was a great purchase. I'm happy with my purchase.
I like it too. For a premium product, like it feels premium, like the Switch 2. I don't think I'm gonna ever break it by putting it in this giant thing. The only thing that's a downside is that it's thicker now, right? But that's what you want if you want it to be safe. Craig, any
also,
thoughts?
if you have big hands, it's gonna be you need a slightly thicker case, or it's gonna feel like you're.
Yeah, and we are all guys with big hands. Craig, what are your reviews on the Tom Talk case? Solid?
Very solid.
Solid. Well worth the price.
Very solid. It does mean that if you when I was on vacation recently, I had to pack my dock and AC adapter and like all that separately.
Oh yeah, shit.
But if you're just, but if you just want to toss your console into a backpack and you're like taking it out somewhere for a day, it's fantastic.
Has anyone tried it without the official charger?
Yeah. I charge mine with all kinds of. I've charged mine with the Steam Deck charger. I charge mine with a Ugreen USB-C charger. I've done it while playing or while not playing. Everything seems fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
because I know
that with the original Switch there were issues, right? Remember there were issues with the original Switch, like people bricking their original Switch because they were using like third-party docks.
Yeah.
I haven't had any issue with different adapters.
No. So okay, that's good. I know the Steam Deck also sometimes has issues if you don't use the official charger. Like it'll just slow-mo charging. So that's good to know. I've yet to charge this not on the dock. And I don't plan on doing that until there's a sale on Switch 2s.
Oh my goodness. So I was looking at getting a second dock because I was like, okay, one for, one TV, one for the basement or something like that. In Canada, to buy an additional dock, $175.
God, Jesus.
$175. Now that's the dock and it's an adapter and yeah, that's.
I mean, the Joy-Cons are 145, right? Wait,
yeah,
145, right? Yeah, that's too much. That's too much.
But is that all tariff related? Like they said, all the accessories were going to be expensive because of the tariffs. Remember?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Like early on in the when we were like about to pre-order the Switch 2, like very early on.
States, though, right?
Oh, Nintendo Canada sent something out too.
So the issue with them is that the tariffs were delaying it because they wanted to release pricing across North America like simultaneously. Mm-hmm. It wasn't because they were going to change prices on us. We were always going to be expensive.
Yeah, but they also didn't want. Do you remember with the tariffs, they were delaying the orders in the States. They didn't want Americans to all be crossing the border and buying it from Canada. Not that it would necessarily be worth it to pick up a $700 Canadian Switch 2.
I mean, their dollar is going down and ours is going up. So there we go. Anyway, I think that's it. We don't need anything else. Any final thoughts on this? Solid. 8 to 10-ish for me.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was fitting that like OtterBox space. And then I looked up and OtterBox does not make a Switch 2 case. So
they
this
don't
all
make
makes sense.
Video game Switch cases, which that would be a really good thing for them, right?
Yeah, because that seems like there's no one occupying that space right now. You can either buy like the rando Kickstarter product or nothing. If you want a like super bulky case to make sure your like kids don't destroy your $800 console.
Yeah, damn straight. They ain't touching this. I have a hard time. The one thing I do have an issue with is the Joy-Con grips. When you put it on the adapter, doesn't fit now.
You have to take those off every time. Yeah.
That because of the backing of it, which is
that's how I play my Switch. I use the Joy-Con grip.
Yeah.
No, I use a Pro controller, so I don't have to. I don't usually worry too much about that.
Too. But when my kids want to play like Mario Kart, they want to pop it in the thing or in the wheel, and that has to come out, which sucks.
Yeah, you got the wheels.
The wheels.
Now you can technically still hold it like this, but now that there's this bump here, it gives it a little bit of a weird feel when you're holding it.
Yeah, agreed.
Like that, right?
But luckily, it's really easy to take out the grips. Like I wouldn't trust taking out the kill switch from the actual system, but the Joy-Cons is fine. All right, well done. That's it. It's a short episode. We wanted to review this. We're giving it a thumbs up, despite the issues. We'll see what dbrand's messaging. They have that snarky messaging brand, right? So some people get angry about that, and I find it mostly hilarious.
It's funny.
Yeah. Anyway. Final thoughts? Anything else? Nothing? All good? All good?
Keep playing.
Good.
We'll come back and talk about Donkey Kong in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Did you know about dbrand's not extortion code?
Yes. Did you do it?
So if you, for anybody who doesn't know, if you want to get the free shipping on dbrand and you just need a little bit more money in your cart, you put in this code and it's called not extortion. And it's just like a couple of random bucks that you would just be adding to get your order up to the free order threshold.
It's so rare. I saw the thing with my kill switch and I was like, not extortion. And then they're like, it's just, you're just giving us money. I was like, that's really funny. And then I didn't buy anything, but yeah. Anyway, we're all done. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Thank you guys for listening and watching. We'll be back. Goodbye.
Peace out.
Thanks, guys, for coming. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that's it for us this week on Geeks with Kids. If you want to get a hold of us, you can send us an email at podcast@geekswithkids.ca. And don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/geekswithkids. Follow us on Twitter at geekswithkidscn. Check out our pics on Instagram at geekswithkids. And you can find all of this good stuff on our website at www.geekswithkids.ca. So if you like what you hear, why don't you hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. This podcast can be found on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, YouTube, and your favorite podcasting app. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.